Now, old and used to say that it is not yet over until you believe it is done. Apostle Michael Mband is still deconstructing Ruto's administration. Remember yesterday, we did analysis on this. Let's listen again to this shocking stab is giving to UD administration before I proceed.
Samoi Arap Ruto, you stole Kenyans' money and you stole their votes. And you fraudulently became the president of Kenya. You did not win. You didn't win. You took advantage of the needs of the church and you compromised the church with the stolen money. You took advantage of the men of God, their needs, their weaknesses, and you defiled the church. You defiled the altar of God. You defiled the house of God. God will not forgive you for this. You went everywhere on car rooftops saying, Bwana Yesu asifiwe, Bwana Yesu asifiwe, Bwana Yesu asifiwe. You are a devil disguised in sheep clothing, and you know it. I told you the other time, the spirit of rejection was released upon you. I said the other time, may God turn your wisdom into your foolishness. From that time, there is nothing you have done that Kenyans have approved of. All of it is foolishness, and that will continue. The spirit of confusion and strife is released upon you and your government, your kitchen cabinet, even your family. There will be no agreement between you and your wife and your children. It will not be there. It will not be there. You cannot drag God's name in the mud and go free. God will pay you for it.
Rais wa Kenya Ruto, tunataka kuambia namna hivi. Kasongo tunataka kuambia namna hivi. Intention ya Rai imekuwa kumonopolize the sugar industry. Rai anataka hii sugar industry Kenya mzima ikuwe chini ya matako yake.
Now, you've watched and listened to that video clip, and that is what we want to discuss, ladies and gentlemen. But before I carry on, if you are watching me for the first time, having interest to proceed with this kind of political discussion, kindly do me a favor, take a 1 second and click that notification bell and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like my videos, watch, share, and give us your opinion. Now, I like the confidence coming from Michael or Apostle Mband, and I like this confidence because it is now upon us Kenyans to decide which way forward do we want to take this our country to. Because the reality remains that God is now revealing to us what William Ruto is, and the administration is, the character he's portraying in his administration. And Apostle has prophesied is just as saying in the word, written in the word. We recall the many tekel person. His days are numbered. So this is painful and sad, yet it is true that they rigged the election to have their own political desire. And could this be the reason why they have even having challenges not to deliver their promises to the people? Ruto himself have committed abomination against God, and that is it. Amongst a politician, he is also a politician. You have committed abomination against God. How can you as a leader allow the abduction? How can you as a leader allow the killing to be practiced in your administration? So that is what Pastor is saying. Truth will always be the time to win, and God should help Kenyans. He is behaving like Saul. Saul once intimidated people, but later he was changed. He faces the wrath and the consequences. So iko shida kubwa sana. Shida iko mingi sana. Everyone is complaining. Every person, even the retired judges, even the bishops, the clergies, they are complaining. It is too much as compared to Uhuru Kenyatta's government. When we look at Uhuru Kenyatta's government, we didn't see pastors mocking the church. We didn't see pastors mocking. In fact, they were praying and holding prayers every now and then. So this is something we should be taken with a serious note. If you want to take this country to the next level. Then lastly, the apostle have condemned the abduction, he have condemned the corruption, he have condemned the behavior generally. In fact, most of the negative behavior we are receiving in leadership. So this is not the way to go. So it is upon leaders to decide which way forward do they want to take this country to. Now, Ruto's generation will come and go. The other generation will chip in. We had Moi, we had Kenyatta, we had Uhuru, now it is Ruto. Another generation will come. What matters is the legacy to be left behind. What have Kenya Kwanza government left behind, where the future upcoming generation will come and say, we appreciate this government? What have they left behind? That's the question we ought to ask ourselves. It is sad and very wrong. Now churches are condemning and exposing your character as a leader instead of praying for you. Don't just take it for granted. Think it deeply. Ladies and gentlemen, bye-bye and all the best.